we're gonna remove this lower shield because everything is just soaked in oil, so we gotta make sure we do a nice cleanup before we return the vehicle to the customer. Because today we are doing the oil cooler on these 3.6 Penestar engines, so they make a giant mess. So I think we are well served to do a big cleanup. So you can see everything's just caked in oil, which makes it very difficult to know if there is any other leaks lingering. I think there may be. I saw a little bit of transmission fluid, so we're gonna look at that. We don't need to remove these front ones. The plate actually slides back, and let's see what we see. Okay. Yeah, it's just oil everywhere. Now, the question is this oil all from that seal? Take a look. Right, so we have oil even on this side. I know it can also come down that side, but all right. So step one is we're just draining the coolant out. So we took that little plug out of the out of the radiator, and here it is. We're gonna be replacing this O-ring on it because I don't trust it, and that's just so when we actually get to the top part, we are, it isn't full of coolant and we don't make a giant mess. So we can release some of this pressure here. Okay. Okay, so by relieving that pressure at the top, it allows it to flow better. While your coolant is draining out, you can begin to start taking things apart up here. Okay. So we can start with the obvious things. So this is in the way, this hose right here. We're just gonna pry back on here, on the teeth. Okay, and we're gonna depress this down. Okay, so it's pretty easy. You just depress this connector down. Let's just slide out and see now it's loose enough. Okay, okay, so we're good. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 10mm nuts that hold these brackets that hold the manifold in place. So we're gonna want to remove those as well. And it's just down here. You'll see there's 2 brackets that hold it's a bracket that holds the intake manifold to the actual. So you're gonna need a swivel style bracket. Okay, so now we have this connector that's kind of in our way here. To be perfectly honest, is there a way to remove it? Yeah, there we go. And that allows our harness to kind of get out of the way a bit so that we can remove our stud. We have a stud that is holding this harness from being removed. Everything on this engine is plastic and brittle. Oh my dear. Okay. Everything on this engine is plastic and brittle. Everything. That's very bad. Okay, so there's a tab there that we'll remove as well. It'll help us. It's just down there. I don't know if I'll be able to even remove it or not. I'll try to pry up on this harness. Okay, so this harness is in here so tight that there's no give at all. Look, there's one here. Like what we want is some give in this harness. Some give in this harness. You remove this bolt that's connected to this mount. You got to just pry the harness back and then just remove the bolt. It is possible. It is not fun. All right, let's continue on. All right, so let's hope that our front does not require more stuff to be removed than we have already done, because I'm pretty much cannot remove that. There's no room in here unless you move the AC. I mean, I guess I could do that. Disconnect the AC system. Really? Let me try. It's down in here. Hold up. Okay. Horrible. Okay, everything's disconnected. Throttle body's connected to. Throttle body's connected there. Okay. Do the injectors come up with the? The fuel injectors look like they're pretty secure. Okay. Let's get our upper manifold off. Good times. Okay. So we're gonna loosen them all off. Okay. Oh, they're already loose. That's good. They're already kind of loose. Don't worry about it. They're already loose. All right. This is not even fitting in there, so we're gonna have to get smaller stuff. Okay, so what I want to do with this is I want to actually fully remove them, because that'll give us more room to actually get everything out. So I'm going to work on that right now. Okay. You got to be slowly moving slow. Okay, let's see if that did it. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so if we pull this way and pull forward, we can remove it from here. So there's no need to get those brackets off. You just can't have your bolts in at that time. Let's remove our bolt. There's our bolt. Get your intake manifold somewhere safe. Okay. Okay, I believe this kit has new bolts. All right. So now we can see that the animals are living here. So let's get a vacuum and clean all this up. Now that we got it all blown out as best as we can, this is the best we could do, is we need to loosen up the fuel rails, okay? Because the fuel rail is going to come up with the intake manifold and it's going to just sit back like this, okay? There's no need to actually pull the rail off. It'll come off with the manifold, okay? But you have to disconnect some of these connectors. That's the only thing, okay? Well, like I said, I believe we should be good, and we are, okay? And we just literally want to do this. Let me get something to hold this. Hold on. And then we'll replace the that'll hold it in place. Just that. Okay. All right. So there we go. Take a look at those leaves that are all stuck in the intake manifold. That is a fucking no-no. Once you have them cleaned out like that, make sure there's nothing sitting in the valves. If there is, you gotta blow it out. So I would blow out one at a time, and then I would definitely get some paper towel to plug up the holes. We have everything cleaned up. We are going with the updated unit from She-Man. New sensors. You can't even get the old ones off. And I'm going to lubricate each one of these seals right now with some grease. Okay. That's going to allow them to seat nicely. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So here we are. Everything's lubricated. Make sure everything's in. That's where everything's going to be connected. So what you're going to want to do is connect, see, and the orientation that this all goes. But we do want this in like so. So let me just see if I can get the pliers on there to move this. Because I believe that hose clamp is totally, it is swollen. It is swollen from all the oil, is my guess. And that's why it's such a pain to get on right now. Yeah, I can't even get it on. Come on, let's go, baby. You can do it, come on. Let's go. We're gonna have to check all our stuff after and make sure it's good. Okay, so you want to try and place this in the correct orientation that it was in, and there you go. And that's how it was. I don't like that, it's loose. Okay, I'm gonna find a hose clamp for that because I do not like that. Okay, so we installed a worm gear clamp because your OE one is just so swollen. If this thing leaks, then we're gonna obviously need to come back in here and replace that entire hose. Okay. All right, so here's our new clamps. I just want to make sure that this thing actually gonna. Okay, there. Okay, it does have to kind of go down. Okay, there we go. I believe they're all in now. And here, and we're putting these in by hand. We are not over tightening these at all. So please do not do that. Okay. This is purely going in by hand with a small ratchet. Same one we just used. And we'll start in the middle. And we want to get this down slowly. And we got to make sure that coolant doesn't leak. So we might actually fill this up first before we put everything back together. Okay. I believe there's one more here. And I believe the torque on this is like nothing. When this bottoms out, I think we're good. Okay, make sure they're all close to the bottom and do not drop anything in there because it's the abyss and you'll never get it back. There's one more over here. There's one here. I think it's like literally 10 Newton meters. So it's literally no torque. That's the torque right there. We're compressing the gaskets, that's it. The gaskets that are on there, all we're trying to do is compress them. And when you're compressing plastic, it's kind of a problem, and that is why this seems like a better solution to that one's down. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Like I said, the torque is nothing. Please don't even use a torque wrench on this. I think you'll do yourself a disservice if you do that. Okay. Okay, you're good. Okay, we're totally good there. We get our connectors back in. All right. And look, it's actually facing up, unlike the original one, which was facing down, which is totally bizarre to me. Like, why would you face that down? So, it's not gonna go in. Okay, yeah, now this connector won't go in. That's good. Is that the same? Fuck off, man. Oh, fuck, I hate this car already. Yeah, the connector is exactly the same. So the problem is just us. Of course, it's us. Let's blow that out because I don't even like how that looks. Full of oil. Okay. It is literally, there's no room in here. Should we have put that connector on beforehand? I don't understand why. Oh, why is that like that? It's like curled. Is that not gonna go in? This connector is not gonna fit here. Why not? Is this connector for real not gonna fucking fit here? It's on the ridge. Oh God, is this a sick joke? This connector won't go on here. Okay, I see this thing. It's got to be a joke, right? Why does this look different? Why does this doesn't look the same? Is this one the same? Blow this out. Unbelievable. What a piece of junk. Okay, this one seems okay. This one is not okay, clearly, because it does not line up at all. Our connector does not go on. All right, so what am I gonna do? Do I replace the sensor? So yeah, there we are. It's installed, it's tightened again. I swapped the bottom sensor because the connector on this aftermarket assembly is completely different. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna fill up the cooling system. I don't know if you guys can get it. Fill the system back up and then I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is obviously try not to blind ourselves with this light. Is we're going to just replace those lower intake manifold gaskets. Alright guys, so that's how to install an upgraded aluminum sheet mat, or I think Dorman makes them too, oil filter housing, which they leak all the time. This is a 2018 and things are so brittle and they're going to break. So just be careful with hoses and PCV valves while you're in there, because this is all plastic. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And don't forget to bleed the cooling system when you're done. So just fill the cooling system, run the vehicle with the cap off until the car warms up, and you'll be done.